Live, everybody. This is Paul with the Network Marketing Insider number. What number are we on? 230 today. Another milestone approaching at 250, and getting excited about all kinds of things. I don't know why, just getting excited. You know what? Getting excited is a good thing because energy is everything, and the more energy you have, the more people want to be a part of it. And the more people want to be a part of it, the more people show up. And when they show up, what do? You bill them. This is the Network Marketing Insider number 230 again, by two cool IBOs. That would be John and myself. John is my upline in Swiss Gold Global, and today is what is today? Today is Website Wisdom Wednesday. It is the second day, is it? Oh, yes. It is the second day of March 2016. And did you know that after you take out all the time that you spend sleeping and all the time you spend commuting and all the time you spend working and all the time you spend running around doing all those things that did you know that that after most people did you know that for most people, that after they take out the time that they spend sleeping, the time that they spend working, the time they spend commuting to work, the time they spend running around doing all the things that have to be done in life, that at the end of the day, most people have but like 1, maybe 2 hours to themselves to do the kinds of things that they like to do? And even if they had more time, do they have the money to do those kinds of things? You know, we have found a way for you to own your life by starting a home-based business that is so simple that anybody can do it. It doesn't involve any selling, and the best part of all, doesn't take very much of your time. I don't suppose you know anybody that would be interested in something like that, would you?
Well, I would.
Oh, hey, I got somebody interested right there. You mean
what is it?
You mean you yourself would be interested? You don't know somebody? I didn't ask if you were interested. How come you're interested?
You asked me if I knew somebody, and I do know someone very intimately that'd be interested in a simple money-making business. That's so simple anyone could do it. It doesn't require selling. I'm in. Where do I sign up, and what is it?
I see. So let's see. So the question that I asked, you wouldn't know anybody, would you? Made you think of yourself?
Go figure.
That is wow. That's what I say about that. That is wow. Today, hey, I'm Paul Romero. I'm hanging out here from Phoenix, Arizona, and today is Website Wednesday. But again, I don't know what's going on, but I can't get into the website. I don't know what happens going on there. I can't. It doesn't even come up for me on Google, and it comes up for me on Firefox, but I can't get in. So I don't know what the heck's the deal there. We were gonna.
I figured out what's wrong, and I fixed my account last Wednesday. Shoot, it's still not letting me into it.
Yeah, so I don't know what the heck is up with all of that. We could, although I did delete it, or I did close it out, I think. Let's say we could look at the homepage or the landing page that we send people to. That's there's some very interesting stuff on there that we haven't looked at in quite some time, gone over with people to show them where they send folks when they send to their website, what they land on, what they see, and all those kinds of good things, because there is a lot of good stuff on here, and I mean a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to get in here because it was working for me because I contacted the company last week when we were having a problem, and I found out what it was. So everybody who's watching this hangout, I just want to let you know one thing. Paul and I have a real estate business, and because we have this business relationship, what we did is we went ahead and we signed up under one credit card. That credit card, Paul, just so everybody knows, this isn't an issue with Swiss Gold Global. The credit card we had on file had expired, and the payment wasn't made for 2 consecutive months. We had no idea because it was on auto pay, it was on autopilot, and it was like a mistake really on our part. And I just want to point that out, Paul, because anybody who's kind of stumbling onto these Hangouts today going, what in the world? They can't get on their accounts. I don't want them to feel that that's an issue that Swiss Go Global is having. Okay.
No, you know what? I had a feeling that there was something that happened like that, and yeah, I totally forgot about that card being expired because we had the same issue with a couple of other things like that.
Yes. So I just wanted to point that out. It has nothing to do with Swiss Go Global and everything to do with your wonderful uplines. Just letting sometimes when you're an autopilot, I'm just going to warn everybody. I ran into a problem like this last month. I had set up all my bills on auto pay, and it's a great thing to not everything's coming out, except my water bill. And so one day I come home from work, from the gym, and I go to jump in the shower, and the water's not coming on. Then the toilet wouldn't flush. I'm like, what in the world? So I called up the water company, all bent out of shape, all upset, like, no letter on the door, no nothing, that the service is going to be, turned off temporarily, and what in the world's going on? And they said, oh, sir, you haven't made a payment since October. I'm like, well, I set you guys up on auto pay. And they say, sir, Phoenix Municipal Water doesn't have an auto pay option. So, you know what? So with that being said, yeah, if you got your bills on auto pay, you might want to check on them every once in a while, make sure your credit card is expired, and then you did indeed set them up on auto pay. Little a tip for the day here. Don't come home and have your power or water shut off one day because you thought the bill was coming out of your account.
Well, you know what? You just got me thinking about that because last year what I started to try to do was set up all my bills to be paid annually, which that's actually, because I mean, auto pay is one thing, you just, like you said, everything's on autopilot. You don't have to worry about everything, or you don't have to worry about anything. And the money just comes out month after month. And that's kind of cool. But myself personally, I'd rather just not have any bills. I would much rather have my bills paid. I would love it if I could just pay all my bills on January 1st for the entire year and not have to freaking think about them ever again. Not have to worry about auto pay or anything or nothing like that. That would be the way that I would like to do it. But this world doesn't want to let us do that. This world wants to be sucking money out of our pockets every single month. I had conflict with a couple of my bills in trying to set that up, that basically, because of where I was in a contract or in a program or whatever the deal was, that I actually couldn't even do it. I actually couldn't even pay my bill for an entire year in advance. So auto pay is a good thing. I think, just thinking about what you were just talking about, I think that we got a product we could probably sell here, John. Let's create a spreadsheet that that people can put in all of their auto pay information. They can have a spreadsheet that keeps all of their lets them know when they started auto pay, what companies they started auto pay with, what credit cards are it on, when do they expire, all of that stuff, so that, hey, every few months, instead of having to go search through all your crap, you just look at your spreadsheet and you go, let's see, oh crap, look at that, I better update this credit card on this particular bill, because, you know what I mean? I think there's a product there we can create and sell.
Keep that under wraps because we're on a live hangout, remember?
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Hey, we might not ever get to it, but that's one of the cool things about this world today. Something like that, just a great idea like that, a person can take something. I mean, just in your everyday life, everyday dealings in life, something stupid happens, and you think of some way that you can create something that would prevent that stupid thing from happening again, and you can turn that into something that you can make money off of. And that's what's so cool about the world today is, I mean, those kinds of opportunities are everywhere. And, network marketing is kind of that way. Swiss Go Global, Network marketing in general is sort of that way. It's a really cool tool that someone has already put together for you, that you don't have to do any of the work, and you can use it to make money. I don't know. What do you think?
I think, Paul, that based on what you're saying, is, I mean, that's the very definition right there of an entrepreneur. We're problem solvers, correct? I consider myself an entrepreneur. I'm in network marketing, real estate, product sourcing, selling stuff on Amazon, eBay, painting. I own a paint contracting business. And, why am I part of all these different businesses, so to speak? Because each one is fulfilling a problem, or fixing a problem, or fulfilling a need. We do a lot of work with the paint company that does management. I'm sorry, my brain is fried this morning. I can't even get a coherent thought out of this damn noggin.
Mine's the same way.
We solve problems. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. The point I was trying to make about the paint business is our intimate business, our real close clientele, our property management, and they only seem to call us with issues. Oh, the owner of the building is coming into town Thursday. It's Tuesday. Can you get all these offices painted before Thursday? And I'm like, well, that's a problem, but we'll get it done. Problem solving. Same thing when you with network marketing. Let's keep it on the network marketing example here. A lot of people, what's the problem that we help people fix, Paul? Finding a way to make a little extra money without having to spend a lot of extra time doing it. We said it was easy, but we didn't say it was going to be, we didn't say we're going to not have to put work into it. So many people, they come on board with something, even as something as simple as the auto pay, and they think they're on autopilot, or because they signed up for something that everything is good go on auto, but there's still a level of management that and work that needs to go into just about everything, whether you're doing it yourself or you're hiring someone to do it. But just to fall back on the point Paul made, is that what's awesome about these hangouts and what's awesome about what we do is that we're identifying problems and coming up with solutions. And hey, why not get paid for your solution, right? So yeah, I think what Paul's kind of going into there is a great idea.
Well, you know what? You missed one little thing when you said we're entrepreneurs and we solve problems. Well, realistically, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to solve problems for a profit. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, if you're solving a problem for somebody, don't you deserve to be paid for that? I mean, when you go to the doctor, that's actually a poor example because they don't solve problems anymore. They just mask symptoms. But when you go to the pharmacist, let's say, and they provide you with an answer to, some, I don't know, let's go back to the doctor. You go to the doctor, right, and you have a broken arm. We'll get off the whole drug thing there. You go to the doctor and you have a broken arm, right? Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Well, the doctor resets your arm and casts it up for you, and they've solved your problem. It's going to take a while to get over, to heal and all of that, but they have solved your problem. Your problem is your arm was broken. Now your arm's no longer broken. It's been put back together in a way that it can heal and get back to normal. So do they charge you for that? Of course they do. You go to an attorney, right? You say, hey, I got a problem. This guy is trying to screw me on this contract, right? What does the attorney do? He solves the problem. Is he going to charge you? You're damn right he's going to charge you. He's going to charge you a whole lot, like $300, $400, $500 an hour, okay? All right? I mean, if you take your bicycle into the bike shop because you have a flat tire, they're going to fix that flat tire for you, right? Having a flat tire on your bicycle is a problem, right? They're solving your problem. Are they going to expect to get paid for solving your problem? Of course they are. So if you're out here solving the problem of how can somebody earn some extra money without having to put a whole lot of time into it, you're solving a problem. Do you not deserve to get paid? Yeah, of course you do.
Of course. Why work for free? You got to have, money may not be the main motivator for you, but it's certainly an important thing to have in your life. Money is very important. And so you should never feel bad about charging what you're worth. If you're solving a problem, you better get paid to do so. Nobody should be working for free. And money isn't the most important thing in the world, but it is important when it's important. And it does take money to get a lot done. I mean, even if you're someone that has charities or certain cause that you believe in, that could be your why. You know, money shouldn't, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that you shouldn't feel bad about charging money. Money shouldn't be your why. But if you think about what your why is, to really fulfill it, you're probably going to need money. You know, I know people with a why is like, you know, I want to help homeless people and give toys to tots and canned good drives and stuff like that. Well, guess what? The toys, the canned goods, the drive, that all costs money. So if you're out there solving problems for profit, money shouldn't be your why. And this is another topic, but your why is going to require money. Does that make sense? Paul, do you kind of get it?
No, it totally does. I mean, you can't open the door and walk outside without planning on spending $100 in this world today. Everything costs money. Okay, I don't care what it is that you desire. It's going to cost money. So yeah, money has to be on the list of important things in your life. Like John said, it doesn't have to be number one. You can put them in whatever order you want. But I mean, you know, you've got what do you have? Your family, your health, God, money. I mean, those are probably about the four most important things on the planet, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe food and water are pretty important, but even those cost money, right?
Food and water costs money. Health costs. Being healthy costs money. You know what? You can, yeah, you know, you can go eat for $5-10 a day off the dollar menus, or stop by your local gas station and fill up on hot dogs and taquitos and sprinkle them down with mayo. Man, I'm getting hungry now. But the healthier food does actually cost a little bit more money. So put that into perspective. You always hear people complain about health, you know, healthcare should be free and only the rich people get the best healthcare. Well, it makes sense. The people with more money do get better healthcare because they can afford to pay people. And we live in a world that's driven by money. I don't even consider that necessarily greedy. And somebody somewhere has to pay for that. You know what? I don't need to get in a healthcare tirade, but I just think that this is something people should think about and put into perspective, especially you're at your $10 an hour job, you're unhappy, you're barely making ends meet, you're probably complaining about your healthcare sucking and, you know, worrying about the government giving you the access to access. And you're like, man, healthcare should be free. But it's not free. It can't be free. People are human beings, are doctors who require a paycheck. Nurses are human beings who require a paycheck. The hospital facility requires electricity, water, gas, utilities that have to be paid. Not only that, do they own the building? Do they have a loan to build that building with the bank? So now they have a bank loan against that building. Do they own the land? Maybe they're leasing the land that the building's on. That's the way commercial property works. All the equipment, you know, everything costs money. Healthcare isn't free. It can't be free. It'll never be free. You, the citizen, might feel that you deserve free healthcare, but it ain't free if the government's paying for it, because that's coming out of your tax money. So, you know, think about that. Really put that in perspective. Like, money is important where money is important. And really, there is no such thing as free. There isn't. So if you're out there solving problems, you should be solving problems and billing accordingly. I guess for me, this is I bring this up because this is something to me, Paul, that's quite personal. Because, you know, when we first started out in the wholesale business of real estate, you know, I was a little afraid to try to get deep discounts on real estate or sell for a giant assignment fee, because I almost felt like, am I being unfair? Am I making too much money? Is this right? Am I giving my buyer a good enough deal? Am I giving my seller a good enough deal? And I all of a sudden had this aha moment where I said, you know what? The most important person in this transaction is me. However, you should join us Mondays to see how presenting your needs, you have to do that in a way that shows the person you're doing business with how it fulfills their needs, and not talk in terms of yourself. But I'm just making the point here that you're the most important person in your life. If you're not healthy, if you don't have money, you can't put your kids ahead of yourself ever. You know, you are the most important, because if you're not feeling good, if you're not doing good, how can you be doing the right thing for your family? So you have to be number one. And you know what? You should feel like you deserve a lot more than probably what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you put anything else before you, what good are you? You know, what good are you to that? I mean, just think about that. You put your kids before you, okay, great. You're giving everything to your children. You're giving them all, you know, spending all the money on them, getting them all the good food, you know, buying them all the best clothes and education and everything that you could do, and you're suffering. Your health is poor because you're giving everything to the kids. I mean, that's just insane. Okay, but excuse me, getting back to the whole idea of, whoo, man, getting back to the whole idea of, I don't know, my brain's fried this morning as well too, but making solving problems for a profit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, and you wouldn't happen to know anybody who would like to earn a little extra money, would you? If that's the case, you want to get to wealthhealth@swissgoldglobal.com, or to freedomforlife@swissgoldglobal.com, or send us an email, or I don't know how, just give us a call, be on this hangout, do whatever you want to do. Just somehow get involved with something that's going to help you to do something other than work. And I don't even know, I'm just babbling right now. John, give us the prayer and take us out of here, because I'm ridiculous.
I feel a little ridiculous too this morning. Hey, you know, if you got through this hangout, which was really just a stream of consciousness hangout, like reading a Virginia Woolf book, which are terrible in my opinion. But anyway, first thought that comes to mind is coming out of my mouth this morning, and they're whatever. But you know what? Just try to make a couple of good points and get a lot of great ideas out there about entrepreneurship, about making money, about having a powerful why, that if you really break it down and think about the world we live in and you're realistic, you realize how important money is. And if you think about what it is, your why, and what you want to fulfill in your life, money's going to help you get there, bottom line. And so as an entrepreneur, we charge for our services. We fix problems for profit. That's a great thing. You should feel good about it. And you should really start thinking about where you're at, where you want to be, and start looking for other opportunities out there. So with that being said, O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire. And the reason I looked off like that and almost lost my train of thought is because my moronic assistant just backed my truck up into the house. So if you heard that thud, that was him gently bumping into the wall outside. What a dumbass. All right. Anyway, I will see you all here on Friday.
Well, what he said, that was what I meant. Adios, everybody.